Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm super happy to be here.
Even I'm excited. So, Kali, let me start, by asking that who are you?
So I am Kali.
Okay.
So this is a name that came to me during my life. I was not
Alright.
born with it,
Okay.
right? I was born in France,
Mhm.
and Kali is a name that came to me later. But it has. I've had a few hints
All right.
since the age of 17. So because I converted to Islam at one point at
Oh,
17,
okay.
and so my name was at that point Malika.
Malika.
Malika, and if you reverse Malika,
Uh,
it's Kalima.
it's Kalima. Oh, wow. That's very nice.
So coincidence, I don't believe in
All
coincidences.
right.
Yes. And so yes, I really didn't know much about the
All
Hinduism.
right.
But still, that name Kali was maybe because I was like a bit gothic, into metal and this kind of music, and so I had this dark side to me, and so that made it that Kali kind of stick to me.
All right.
Now it's completely different.
Okay.
Now it's completely different because now when I have feel a deep connection to Kali.
Okay.
I feel like Kali is a level of
All
consciousness,
right.
which is a level of consciousness that I have obtained.
Okay. That's
Yes,
very nice. So,
yes.
let me ask you, according to you, who is Kali?
Kali is a goddess.
All right.
You could say that in Hinduism, she's a
Yeah.
goddess. Of course, there is only one true God, which
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
God of the source, the
Yeah.
creation,
Yeah.
which you could call Allah or you could call God, yes,
Yes.
or Elohim, or he has had many names, Yahweh, and many names. So yes. So for me, Kali is one God
Okay.
that is depicted in Hinduism,
Okay.
and I never really believed
Okay.
in this
All
before.
right.
I never really for me Hinduism always been stories, just like in the Bible, the stories to
Okay.
teach you something. I never really thought like yes, that is actually someone,
All right.
right? I
All right.
never thought that before. But now I have a different perspective,
Okay.
a different perspective.
So, what is your purpose, Kali?
So my purpose is to make a shift, to be a shift, to be
Okay.
the shift, to transform words of wisdom and wells and tension into action.
So this is your purpose.
That is my purpose. My purpose is to connect with certain individual. I feel like God is. I more than feel. I know
Okay.
because I've seen it. I've experienced it. Now I can see what's happening in my life,
Okay.
and my purpose is to. God is using me as a vessel because I have completely surrendered to His will and to His
Okay.
plan. So He's using me to test people. I would say that, like, kind of a final kind of test
Uh-huh.
to check to break social conditioning. And this is why I look the way I look, I guess. This is why
Yeah. Yeah.
God
Yeah.
made me the way I am, because some people will have some like some
Yeah.
it's not so good to look like this, to have this kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
tattoos,
Yeah.
to it's not really God's message. Like,
Yeah.
you would not expect someone
Yeah.
coming from God to look like me.
Yeah.
So I think that is what he wants.
Yeah.
That is what he wants. He wants to break that social conditioning, and understand that we are all coming from God, and we all have God inside of us. There is nobody above anyone
Yeah.
else. No matter
Exactly.
how many followers you
Yeah.
have, no matter how much popularity you
Yeah.
have, he loves us just equally,
Yeah.
just as much. And he wants to give us
Yeah.
everything, all the best experiences that we can ever wish for.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
you say about the God plan. So what is a God plan exactly for you?
So I can only God is actually quite a funny being, you know. He loves to have humor, and I say he, but it is she. Okay, he has no gender. It is he and she. I say he because I'm a female and I love him, so it's natural for me to say he, but he has no gender. So God's plan, I only know a piece of it. I think I and I think he has told me at some point that he wants it to be a surprise. He wants it to be a surprise. He wants to awe us. He wants us to be, oh wow, we'd never imagined that. And I think that's amazing. I think that's beautiful. But I can tell you the part of the plan that I know.
All right.
So the part of the plan that I know is that there is happening right now. It's not going to be. It's right now. There is a split happening. Okay, a split in consciousness, which is not really a split. Okay, that is also an illusion, like this whole reality. It is not really a split. It is a split in dimensions. Okay, so some souls that has been selected, which are now ready to go with him to a new earth, which would be, you could say, experience heaven on earth. All right. And the other part, okay, is going to experience a little bit more like hell on earth, like we've been already kind of putting our toes in it. All right. So that would be what would happen. He has chosen, from what I'm understanding, 144,000 souls, which are now ready to enter that stage, to elevate themselves, to elevate their vibration, to be able to enter that dimension with him, right? So from what I understand, he will come on earth, and he will come through someone. So there is someone, I don't know who it is yet, but there's someone on earth which will be one with God. Okay, that person is probably going through a lot of challenges right now, having to fight a lot of demons and having to really truly believe in themselves. And I think that I'm supposed to help that person, and I'm supposed to help each and every one of those 144,000 in some kind of way. It doesn't have to be directly. I'm not saying that people have to go through me, because they don't. God is directly with them, but the way they will react to me, the way they will judge me, and so on, will be a test. Will be a test. And because my intention and my heart is pure, and God knows this, and I think that this is the thing. Like, we have to break the barriers of physical appearances, cultural, social conditioning, where we come from, how we look like, because we all have God inside us, and so he wants to break this. He wants to destroy this, because this is not us. This is not us. We should be a family. We should be having proper values. So this is the thing. God has values. God has values. He made us at his image. So he has values. For him, loyalty, and we should know, because we should learn from the Bible, we should learn from the Quran, we should learn from the Gita, especially the Gita is beautiful. We should learn from all these books, holy books, that has taught us, okay, the God's values. And that is honesty, loyalty, love, compassion, and there is many, many more. So he wants us to show this in action, not just to say it and like, oh yes, I am an honest person, and then when we have the opportunity, we will choose to lie. Or to say we are compassionate, but when we have the opportunity, we will choose to mock someone. Or this is the thing that we have to do now. We have to start acting like what we say we are as beings, as human beings. We have to start acting these values. Yes.
All right. So, by this, I just want to ask you that you talk about mocking and everything.
Yes.
So, I guess people have a lot of ego also. What is ego according to you? What is ego?
So the ego is basically your human persona. There's nothing wrong with ego. Ego, we need it. We need it to, and when I tell you I'm Kali, this is another ego. This is a spiritual ego. I'm very well aware of that. Okay, at the end, I am part of the source. I mean, all of this is ego, but we need that ego to navigate this reality. And so we have one ego that we are born with. That is our parents, our culture, the country we come from, the trauma that we had, that we experienced, everything, the lessons that we had in this life. This is our ego. And that is like in your head, you have several voices, okay?
Okay.
You have to start to make the difference, because there is one that comes out of fear, and that is usually the ego, because the ego is not conscious like our soul is. Our ego is just a programming, okay, like a computer, like AI, you would say. We have programmed this ego to be a certain way, and that has a personality, and that is the ego. And we either like it or we don't like it, okay? So some people like their ego, like me. I love my ego. I love my ego, because I didn't always, of course, but I do now. I've learned to love my ego.
Okay.
But it is important to keep the ego where it should be. That means in the back burner, okay? We should be directed by our soul. Our soul is the true guide, okay? The soul is the part that belongs to God.
Yeah.
So the soul is our intuition is the soul talking, right? So that voice is soft, never fear. There is never fear. It's always encouraging, loving, compassionate. All these values that I told you before,
Yeah.
they are part of the soul. That is your soul. The ego will have the fear, will have the worry, will have the how and why, and oh, how this is possible, and how and da. That is, you need to replace that with faith.
Okay.
This is very important. We need to replace that part with faith and let the soul guide us. This is how we can fully enter our purpose and fully enter what we are supposed to do in this life, what God wants to do for us. So He has really, I come back to God's plan, if you
Yeah,
don't
the
mind.
God's plan.
He has put 144,000 people,
Yeah.
souls on this earth, right, at this time, which are all, and I know that sounds crazy, but He have shown me, because I've seen that, okay? They are all gods, angels, and so on. Like I am Mahakali, there is Shiva. There's actually many Shivas, because there is many different avatars of Shiva. So I really recommend everyone to study all religion. Hinduism, the Gita, the Hebrew, the Judaism, the Bible, of course. Jesus has done amazing teaching, and Jesus is one of the ascended master, and I believe that he is also he will also be on this earth. So there's Jesus, there's gonna be Buddha, there's gonna be Thor, there's gonna be everyone. I've seen. I know who is Aphrodite. I will not unreveal her identity, but I know who is Aphrodite. There's Medusa, so Titans, angels. Those 144,000 are all spirits, okay, that are coming here to support humanity into this transfer into New Earth. Yes. So everyone will have their persona, their ego, which will be basically gods, angels, titans walking on earth and guiding others with God.
So, as you talk about Hinduism.
Yes.
So, what do you know about like Hinduism? What is Hinduism?
I don't know much. I'll tell you something. I don't know much, and I have no shame into this, because obviously my brain is just. We can only contain a certain amount of information. I am willing to learn. I'm starting to learn about the Gita now that I'm in India. Hinduism is actually extremely amazing. It's probably one of my favorite religion, because it explains the diversity of God. It explains the levels of consciousness. Okay, when you go to Christianity, you have Jesus, which is Christ consciousness, which is a beautiful. It's a pretty much up there, right under God, right? Is right, is right up there. But so is Shiva, right? Shiva and Shakti is like the duality part of this universe, the masculine and the feminine, which is together form the unity, God consciousness. And then from Shiva and Shakti, there is life, and from life come all the other gods which have their purpose. And if you read the Gita, you will understand why, because actually the Gita is basically telling you what's happening right now.
That's true.
It's basically telling you what's happening right now. And this is our second chance. But it's going to be slightly different. It's going to be modernized, right? Because God is modern. He's up to date. So yes, it's going to be. I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait to see more. But I would say I don't know that much as I should. But I know. I know what I need to know.
But you're willing to.
I'm willing to learn, of course. I'm always willing to learn. I don't know everything. The only person that knows everything, the only being that knows everything is God. So I know my place. I know that I am just an illusion, just a tool for God to act on this earth, and I'm so happy and so blessed that He has chosen me, even though it's been tough. I'm so blessed that He has chosen me and put His trust in me to be able to give people this message, and I hope it's received. Yes.
All right, so you say that God has chosen you.
Yes. He has chosen 144,000.
So how to know it? Like we are one of them or not, or how you know it that you are the one?
This is a deep knowing. This is a deep knowing. This is a decision. He actually is giving basically everyone on earth the opportunity. It's really up to us. It's really up to us if we are willing to look inside at the bad and ugly. If we are willing to make the change that is needed to be what God needs of us, anyone can be a chosen. So it's just like, are you willing to do the work? If you are willing, like I have been willing, then you are one. Simple as that. And He has bigger plans for you than you can even imagine. Okay, this is the surprise, and it's worth it. But it will be full of tests. Yes, He will test your patience. He will test your faith. He will test your love. He will test your judgment. He will test everything about you. All these values that I told you before.
Okay, so let me ask you, what is your plan of doing to fulfill your purpose?
Okay, so my instructions, it's not really my plan because I've surrendered all control. So my suggestions coming directly from my guides and from God is to go out there. That's what I'm doing right now. Go out there on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything that I can be seen, is to go out there and be me and try to help people. Because this is the thing that people forget, is that this is what our purpose is. We're not supposed to be light workers just to get popular and full of money and flaunt our money and show that we are better than everybody else. That is not God's plan. That is not God's plan. God's plan is that we wake up to our true selves and that we help each other get there too. This is the message of Jesus. This is the message of Buddha. This is the message of Muhammad. This is the message of all ascended masters. And this is what we need to remember now. We need to support each other, help each other. I have contacted so many influencers, spiritual influencers, you could say. None of them have answered me. None. I mean, some of them have answered me with disdain and superiority. None of them has because I don't have followers, because I'm not popular. because I'm not a social media
Yeah,
person. That
yeah.
has not been my thing. You know what I mean? But people have judged me
Mhm.
and not tried to connect with me and not try to hear my message at all and not give me any credit just because I didn't have the followers to back it up. But if you look in history, if you look in the Bible, Moses, David, all the chosen by God, they were not popular
Yeah.
people. Even Jesus, he was just the son of a woodworking. It was not someone who was a famous guy.
Mhm.
He chose people that was discarded. The black goat, you could
Mhm.
say. He chose the people that was ignored, that was overlooked. So he have chosen these people to show people the way. So why is it now that we don't learn from history? Why is it now that I'm coming and I'm trying to spread a message? I'm not doing this for, I don't want anything from people, okay? I literally don't. I just want people to be the best version of themselves that they can be. So we can all enjoy and love each other and live on this earth together as a community, and it's going to be beautiful. I have faith that it will happen. I have faith in people that it will happen.
So
Yeah.
you say that you want the people to be best version of themselves.
Yes.
But a lot of think they are already the best version of themselves, and maybe because you don't think might be they are not best versions. So how can you help out with this?
Okay. So the problem is this: if you have fear in you, okay, that is not the best version of yourself. If you are afraid what the police will say, what the government will say, what your neighbor is gonna say, this is all fear. God doesn't want you to feel that. This is not you. You need to let go of this. The best version of yourself, have faith. The best version of yourself doesn't go and attack each other. And right now, look at the state of the world. Obviously, people are not the best version of themselves.
Yeah,
Some
but
are,
yeah,
some are. I'm not saying that nobody is there. Some people are. Thank God.
but
Okay, I'm not the first one. There
yeah,
is
yeah,
people before me. There is people who have awakened before me. They have been spreading God's message out there, and they are out there, and I see them, and I'm proud of them. And it's just that nowadays we need more. We need more people like that, and that's what I'm here for.
So, but don't you think the fear is good sometimes? Like if we live in a democratic country, like you said, that if you live in a society, you think about people and you fear and all. So, don't you think sometimes the fear is important? Like
No,
a little bit of fear,
no,
then
no. There is no any little bit of fear that is needed
but then if there is no
because
fear,
you are limiting yourself.
but if there's no fear, there will be more crimes, there will be more things.
No, you're wrong. This is
Alright.
fear talking again. This is fear talking. Imagine heaven on earth. What crime? What crime? If everybody would think like me, that we should be compassionate, loving, honest, and all, what crime is there going to be? People don't want to do crime. People do crimes out of trauma, out of fear. People do crimes out of misunderstanding. They're looking for something. But if you already have everything and you're happy, I promise you, nobody's going to do no crime. Okay? Nobody wants to be a bad person.
Alright, they do.
Nobody. We all have that spark inside us, that light inside us. We all want to be happy. We all want to enjoy. So there is no such a thing as we want to be bad. And those people, there is people who wants to be bad, but those people are not coming with us to New Earth. Those people will have to learn the hard way, like I have, that being bad makes you suffer. So if you want to suffer, that's up to you. It's your life. God gave you free will. You can suffer longer if you want. That's really up to you.
But how you conquer it, the fear with the society you're living with, all the
You replace fear
rules
with
and
faith.
no,
That is the trick.
I'm talking about there are certain rules and regulations about things, and so
We
how
have
can
to change those rules and regulations.
but how? Like for example, the
How?
society outnumber us.
We are the people. We are the power. That's why we need more, because as soon as we are enough, they will listen to us.
Yeah, but
They will have no choice but listen to us. There is nothing they can do against God. God is the supreme leader, God is the supreme power. There is nobody above God. We have to submit, we have to comply, we have to humble ourselves and lower ourselves to our ego and comply to this plan. And if we don't want to, that's okay, but we can stay and experience hell on earth and learn the hard way instead. Eventually, we'll get there, just not now. And that's okay.
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Like
Yes.
you say fear, I say different things. I
Mhm.
say maybe respect. So, for example, I'll tell you that in summers, I like to be shirtless. Maybe
Yes.
I just want to just unlock my room in the garden. I go out without my shirt. But unfortunately, I can't do that,
Why not?
right? I mean, in here, especially where I'm living right now.
Okay. For
Yeah,
me,
so
there's nothing wrong with a man being shirtless.
yeah, for you maybe it's not,
Yes,
but for
but
here we can't roam around shirtless.
I mean,
Maybe
of
in the
course,
Goa
of
or
course,
some
if you
places
if you are, of course, if you are in Goa, it's
because of the
different.
because of the
But
culture.
yes,
So do
you
you
should
call
be
it fear?
respectful. No, no,
Yeah,
no. You should be
you don't call it fear,
respectful.
right? Is it? I'm
That's not
respecting it.
fear. That's
All right,
respect.
that's what I want to
No,
know.
no, no, no. You can be respectful
Yeah.
to people without being fearful.
Okay, so
You
that's
can be,
good.
of course, you should be respectful. Respect is a big value that God possess and wants us to have also. Yes, of course, respect is very important.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me, how do you define a blind faith and a logical faith?
What is
I
a
mean,
blind faith?
you
There is
talk.
no such. I don't conceive those.
All right, because you talk a lot about faith and
Yeah,
everything.
faith is faith. There is no such faith, blind or
Okay.
logical. There is no logic in
Okay. Okay,
faith.
tell me, you talk a lot about illusion also.
Yes,
What if
illusion.
what if that you are in some illusion? What if like that? It can be like
I am in an illusion. Okay, this whole reality is an illusion. All
but
right.
what if your reality is also illusion? How you know about it?
My all of our realities are illusions.
All
Okay, what we are doing as human being is that we are co-creating one main illusion, okay, which is what we call reality. We are co-creating this. So my dream plus your dream plus his dream plus her dream, all of this together co-creates the reality that
Okay.
we've all experience. So it is all illusion. I'm not saying that my illusion is better than anyone else's illusion. It is a co-creation.
Yeah, no, no.
Yes.
That what I mean to ask you that what is the things you're thinking about God plans and everything? What if it is illusion? What if
It
it is?
is illusion. It is illusion. But that is what we call reality. Yes.
Okay, tell me what makes you think that you're aligned with God?
What makes me think that I am aligned with God? Okay, so first of all, He is guiding me every single step. And when I say every single step, it's almost like go take a shower now. It's like my life is completely different now, and it's like I am getting messages. He finds ways. He finds videos that will reach me. That is a specific message. He will that fits exactly my situation. He will find. He will send me numbers. He will send me visions. He will send me all kind of things, and I feel it. I see it because now my life, even though it's still a struggle, it is not hard anymore. It is not a suffering anymore. Now it's like a movie being played in front of me, and I see it, and I watch it, and I'm enjoying it. And this is how I know. This is how I know I'm aligned because it's like watching a movie. It's like watching a movie with me in it. That's how it feels.
Okay, so you told me that before you went to Islam.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Two times actually. I two times I was wearing full hijab. I was I love Islam actually because Islam, even though it's a newer religion, it is all about surrendering to
okay.
God's will, and that is a beautiful part of the spiritual awakening. So there is a lot to learn from Islam, a lot.
So now, like you said, you choose Islam. So now, if I ask you, what do you choose? So you, I mean,
I
what is
choose
it?
all of them now.
You choose all of them,
I choose
like
all of the
Hinduism,
religion.
Islam.
Yes, because the truth is found in each of every religion and in each single soul on earth. There is the truth, a piece of it. We cannot, this is one perspective. This is the truth is like a sphere. Okay? And one person cannot see the whole sphere.
Okay.
All right, so you imagine the sphere is between us. You see the sphere from here. I see the sphere from there. We both have a different perspective of the
Yeah.
truth. So all of us together, different perspective is the truth. This is what I understood, what I know to be true. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for
Namaste.
coming. Namaste.
Love be with you. God be with you.